All right, we're going to install on the ceiling fan. First thing to do is install the actual mounting bracket to the box. Make sure you do have a box that is rated for a ceiling fan. We did have to replace this one. It does have a metal bracket on the top side that gives it more support. As you can see, this one doesn't move at all. Feed your wires through. Make sure you do cut the power to the wires. Guess that should have been the first thing I should have told you, is make sure the power is cut to the wires. Once you do that, you can just get them hand started into the holes. Once you got them started by hand, I find it a little easier to use a drill and use a screwdriver, but drill does make it a little easier. And worked her up, Jenna. You have a great carpet. There it is. All right.
And Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Ellis.
All right. Put your second mounting screw in. Once those are in and good and tight, your next thing is to wire in for the remote control. So if yours doesn't have a remote control, you won't actually have this box. You'll actually have just these 3 wires coming off the fan that need to go into these wires. So because we have a remote control, we have black and white, we have black and white. Okay, it's that simple. Obviously you got your ground here, which can hook straight into your ground coming out of the box. So those will get wire nutted together, pushed up in. The white and black will get wire nutted together, pushed up in. Then your remote will actually get hooked to the fan. So once again, if you don't have a remote, you'll just have black and white coming straight off the fan, or black, white, and blue. Blue is always your light, black is always the fan, white is always your common. So we'll keep moving along with this. This is the boring part, where I just get to wire nut a bunch of wires together. Alrighty, this is nothing more than the antenna for the remote. Alright, so the next thing we got to do is get the fan up here. Some fans will actually have a hook. This one's got just a little notch right here that we can actually hook the fan to. Didn't realize that, or I probably would have put the bracket on the other way so I could reach the wires. So what I'm probably going to do is move to the other side, hook the fan up, and wire in from the other side. So let me do that real quick. All right, so that little notch, if you look right here, you can kind of almost see it on the back side. All you're gonna do is, there's 2 holes on the ceiling fan, and there's 2 on this side. There's a solid one and then a slotted one. You take the solid one, and you can just hook it right there on that. That should hold it, no problem. So now I can actually work on the electrical while that holds. Look right here, it's angled, so it actually goes in with that angle. Tuck those wires to bed. lift it up, and you should be able to hook it right there. Other side hooks on there, and voila. Those will hold it in place while you put in the other screws. And once you get those two ones in the solid holes, two screws, I just dropped it. I do that a lot. So we got one. All right, let's check this out. Let's see if everything works.
Pennies.
Do we have batteries in the remote?
I don't know.
I don't think we do.
Yes.
Okay, so we had an issue with the remote control. We're pretty sure it's the remote control receiver because when we push the button here on the remote, we get a red light, which means the battery's good. And there's not much to the remotes. So what we're guessing is the receiver, because what we did, we bypassed the receiver, we hooked it up. Because it runs on a remote only, you have no control over the speed of the fan or the direction of the fan without the remote. So what we did is we didn't hook up the fan, we only hooked up the light, and we hooked it directly to power. Now, when we hit the switch, we get light, which tells me that we're getting power to the fan now. So what was cutting us off was the receiver for the remote. So what we're gonna do for now, we're just gonna go ahead and put it up here as a light, no fan yet. We're gonna go get a replacement receiver and remote. When we get those, we'll take it down, you know, simple switch out. It wires in just like we wired that one in, but hopefully that one will work without any problems. But that's how you troubleshoot if you have an issue. It was pretty simple because if the light doesn't come on when we do this, we know it's an issue with the light, not the remote. This way we know it's the remote, not the light. So we just basically split everything in half by doing it that way. But yeah, it's that simple. As you can see, if the remote would have worked, we would have had a perfectly working fan down here, but now we just traded one light for another light. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week.